Hello and good morning and good day. Welcome back to my channel, Exploring Food with Smitty. And what I'm getting ready to do is make a beef pot roast, well, a beef roast with noodles. And because it's so hot and I don't want to turn the oven on, I'm going to be doing it in my trusty crock pot slash pressure cooker. You can tell how much I use it, huh? So, let's turn. What I'm going to do is get all of my stuff together and I'll be back with you when it's time to get everything into the pot. Okay, first we're going to start off by cleaning the meat. And I bought this at the store. And I didn't get a very big one because food is high. This is too high. So what I'm going to do is wash my meat really well in cold water, not hot. And this is just like the right size for the two of us. And you can have some leftovers with it if you'd like. So I'm going to just drain it in my colander. Okay, let's get this all cleaned up. Put away. Okay, so what I'm going to do is season the meat first, and then I'm going to brown it off in my pot. So I'm going to use a little sage, like so. Well, actually, that was it. And some paprika, because I just like the way, especially smoked paprika, tastes on my food. And to that, I'm going to add some all-purpose seasoning. Some Old Bay, because I put that stuff on everything. You know the commercial. And a little black pepper. Okay, so what I'm going to do is turn this over and do the same thing on the opposite side. And the Old Bay is one of those ones that's not salty. And I really don't like to put salt on, a lot of salt, because I'm going to be adding cream of mushroom soup to this. And that's got plenty of salt. So I don't want to over salt it. I'd rather be able to add salt if I need it. A little paprika on this side. Now. Okay, now that I put my settings on brown, okay, I'm going to add a little oil. You don't need to add a lot because it's a non-stick pot. And what I'm going to do is brown the roast off just to give it a little flavor, I would say. And I'm going to let this heat up. Okay, so I can hear my grease starting to pop. Let me just raise this a little so that you can see inside. There it is. So what I'm going to do is put my roast into brown, because this does have a browning. There we go. I'm going to put that just some brownness to it. I'm bleaching off my colander. Okay, so we're going to let this take its time and brown. And then I'm going to flip it over And when I come back, I'll add the other ingredients. Okay, so now we're going to check this to see how it's doing. And give it a turn. It's time to turn it over. Nice and brown. We give it a nice. So we're going to let the other side brown. Okay, so while my meat is browning, I'm going to go ahead and start to chop up my onions that I'm going to put in. And these are just green onions that I'm just cutting them like so. And then when I get ready to put the meat on, I'm just going to add this to it. And I am going to add more vegetables. Like I'm going to add some carrots and some broccoli. I'm not going to do that until after the meat is almost cooked. And because I don't want them to cook together. I mean to pieces. And then also I'm going to be adding some noodles and some cream of mushroom soup. Put those in there also. Put these all chopped up. Just cut them in squash like so. Ready. Let's check on our meat. Okay, let's check on our meat. Meat's looking nice and brown. I'm going to flip it again because according to this thing I have like 19 more minutes to let it brown. And look how beautiful it is. Let me give you a close-up look. I'm trying to give you a close-up look, but it doesn't want to cooperate with me. But anyway, so that's how the browning looks of it. Nice and brown. I'm going to let it keep on browning. And then when I come back, I'll put my other ingredients. Okay, so what I'm getting ready to do, since I think my meat is browned enough, is I'm going to add my onions. And I'm not going to put any more vegetables on this until the meat gets done, or practically done. And then at that point, I'm going to add my other vegetables, because we're going to get our vegetables in. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel this off of browning because we browned enough. And I'm going to put it, actually I'm going to put it on, let's pressure cook it on high. I don't want to let it burn. Okay, so I have this on pressure for an hour and a half. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and turn that. And we're going to put this on pressure. And I'm going to let it cook. And when it becomes the temperature or the thickness that I want, I'll get back with you. Okay, so my crock pot / pressure cooker has went off, and I'm letting out the pressure so that I can open the pot up without knocking my head off. So we're going to do this, and you don't have to do, you can just put it in the crock pot and let it cook as long as you wanted to, but I just wanted to pressure cook it first on high, and then what I'm going to do is check it to see if it's ready for my vegetables, and then if it is, I'm going to put it on crock pot high and then just let it cook for the remainder of the time that we're going to use it. So as you can see, it's all ready to open. So let's get this nice and opened and see what we got. You can see the steam we got. Oh my God, it smells delicious. Wow, check this out, people. It is all done. Mm-mm. And it's all falling apart.
Mm.
Look at that, dear.
Yeah.
It's ready.
Yeah, it is ready. It's tenderized now.
So what I'm going to do now is to add my vegetables to this and my soup. But before I do that, I want to take a taste. And then I guess I'll let Mr. Steve take a taste. So let me get a fork in here. Like so. So the pressure cooker cooked it in an hour and a half. Is what I put it on.
How much time did you say putting it on the pressure cooker?
A lot of time. Because
Oh yeah, the crock pot, that'll be like
I don't want to talk with my mouth full.
4 hours.
Usually it cooks a lot slower. Okay, so I'm going to let Mr. Steve try this. And this is just the meat.
Mm-hmm. Good and tender.
Very tender.
Good flavor.
Good flavor. The juice is good. So what I had thought about doing was putting my noodles in with this. But Mr. Steve says that he thought about it, and both of us thought about it, that we would just go ahead and cook the noodles separate. So let me get my vegetables. Vegetables, where are you? Okay, here we go. So usually people do roast with potatoes and carrots, and I am doing it with broccoli and carrots because we're having it on noodles, and if I put potatoes in there, to me that would be too much carbs or starch. So let me get my can of soup out. And as I said, you could do this in the oven, in your crock pot, or if you have a Dutch oven, you can really do this on the top of the stove. And like I'm trying to stop eating meat, so we're going to eat that more. So what I'm going to do is put in my cup of soup, and it's just cream of mushroom soup, which I love cream of mushroom soup. Okay. So let's get this all open. Let's turn hot water. Okay, so I'm just going to empty this in, like so. Really looking delicious, I'm telling you. And if I was getting ready to eat dinner now, it would be ready, really. Okay, so I have hot water going because I'm going to put a can of water into the roast to give it more juice. And if you want to, you can add some stock to it, but this has got a lot of nice juice in it already. I'm going to put a can of water. And I put hot water to clean so that it cleans the can out. Let's do all this. I'm such a messy cook sometimes, I tell you. There we go. So that's my can of water. And to this, I'm going to add my vegetables, which I cut up some broccoli. And do that in. And then I cut up some carrots. I'm going to empty those in. And these are good. You don't have to use all the carrots, but like I said, I want to get my vegetables cooked. And if you're not wanting to use noodles, you can put potatoes. So what I'm going to do is let my vegetables stew in this nice, delicious juice. So that's how it gets delicious. And I'm just going to put it on crock pot and just let it cook on low. Because I'm just like the type of person who likes to cook my food over the course of the day. So I'm putting this here. Sometimes it's hard to manage. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. We're going to find the menu I want it on, which is slow cook low. And there. So I'm going to start. And what this is going to do is just slow cook it on low until we get ready to fix the noodles. And the noodles, I'm just going to do a herb noodle. And we're going to serve this over the noodles. So I'll be back with you when we're ready to put it all together. Okay, so the noodles are done and I'm backing up. I'm getting ready to go ahead and get started on the rest of this because we have a severe storm warning and it looks like it's on its way. So let me get my stuff together. The noodles are done and we're going to try it out. Okay, so I have my plate here. I'm going to grab my noodles over here. We're going to put some noodles down on the plate. And they're real nice, hot, and ready to go. And today is Sunday, so I am serving my husband dinner. And how about that?
Yes.
Great. So let's take the top off of this, which is our meat that's been cooking and is all ready to go. So here we go. Let's put some of this deliciousness over the noodles. And there we go. Noodles with nice roast carrots and broccoli.
Right.